journey. I always say to people, do what scares you. And that means I have to follow my own advice. So doing what scares me meant getting on a plane and going to the Antarctic, getting on a plane and going to study abroad in Ghana, applying to become an astronaut, opening the EVA hatch in the airlock and going out of it into the darkness, strapping myself onto a rocket. And so for me, I think that no matter what the challenge, recognizing that people believe in you and they believe in you, the challenges seem always a little easier. To me, the moon, it represents history. It is a clean slate. Everything that's ever happened to the moon is still written on the moon. Every single person has looked at the moon their entire lives. We see the same moon. That's something really special. It's just the epitome of a symbol of something that's in each of our hearts, but this also represents exploration and reaching.
Just getting stuff set up on my end.
I have this very distinct memory of seeing an image of an astronaut standing on the moon. It's burnt in my brain because I went back to it so many times in my childhood, and I would look at that image, and I know it had a huge impact on me, that humans had walked on the moon. My name is Colonel Jeremy Hansen. I'm an astronaut with the Canadian Space Agency, and I'm a mission specialist on NASA's Artemis II mission around the moon. My elementary school years, I grew up on a farm outside of London, Ontario. I spent as much time as I could with my dad on the farm. I learned the value of hard work, for example. If I wanted to go to work with dad, it was going to be a long day, and I was going to have to not complain, or I wasn't going to get to go the next day. I had a treehouse. I had a vivid imagination, and I changed my treehouse into a spaceship. I made all these dials and controls. I had circuit breakers for switches that I found in the barn. And I was exploring space in my imagination. The most important thing I did to get to where I wanted to go in life, which was flying fighter jets and eventually becoming an astronaut, is
sorry for my chewing.
those desires with other people.
I'm just eating
And it turns out, just like you don't go to the moon on your own,
some French fries and rice.
And a long time ago in my treehouse as a kid, you have to go as a team. I think the biggest impediment to achieving my goals was, of course, myself.
French fries and rice.
Common human experience. There are many times where
What?
things get in my way, and my
What?
interpretation of that was, well,
Oh no, this is from a restaurant.
Oh,
I'm not going to be eating French fries since those are Bentleys. He didn't want the rice. I didn't want the rice, so I had to eat the rice.
I want to try this. The fry's good.
The fries are Bentleys. He doesn't want anybody eating them. I just said that a few seconds ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't tell him.
Okay. Grandmother Moon?
You let it eat the french fries. You ate french fries. I mean, they're good.
They are.
But, yeah, mom's not.
Oh, there we go.
I do not like that race.
Alright, we're back. One hour and 38 minutes to moon launch.
PM Eastern time, and we are looking at the rocket and Orion out on the pad, historic launch pad 39B here at Kennedy Space Center. Great view. Cool.
Yes, it is. You know, we can see the clouds out in front of us, but they're to the west. And you can see that there's some blue sky peeking through behind that rocket, which is good news.
And more people continue to come on center here. About a couple of hours ago,
Just an hour and 30 minutes.
on center, we're allowed to start driving on with family and friends, and of course we have media growing by the moment here at the press site here at Kennedy.
Oh, I finally got 1.5 mil.
Again, this great jig shot that we have from our camera here, showing all the interest that we have here at the press site, and actually even to the right of us, so camera left, no, sorry, the right of your screen, left of us, plenty of other people there, set up with their own tents, broadcasting to their own viewers. And so again, just really cool to see
I'm
everybody
about to
wanting to
die.
share in this moment.
Yeah, that's.
I don't want that. And I want to fix up my spawn
It's important to share
bed.
message with the whole world.
Yeah. And so let's take a look now at people who are watching in other parts of the country. We have this shot here from the U.S. Space and Rocket Center in Huntsville, Alabama.
Oh man.
Just kidding. Museum of Flight, Seattle, Washington. So sorry, hello to you over there. Sorry, I thought that you were in Alabama, but here you are from Seattle, Washington. Again, the Museum of Flight. They must have had a special event to bring people there to watch, as well as a special event here now, correctly, the U.S. Space and Rocket Center, Huntsville, Alabama. Of course, they would have a lot of people here, and I'm sure this crowd will grow when we get closer to launch. Marshall, the home of the SLS rocket.
Yes. Yeah, this is a great camp. You can see all the people there. Obviously, you've got quite a few artifacts in there.
Now they know, yeah, now they know they're on the broadcast. That's too funny. Hey, listen, it's all right. We can sit and chill until we wait for the opening of the window. Oh, there we are.
Everybody's excited.
Thank you guys for showing us your excitement. I know deep down it was in there. It's just that you thought we were sitting at the moment, and that's all right.
Little delay.
Yeah, it's all right. Well, thanks so much to those supporting these watch parties and bringing them to us live here. Actually, our video paths are taking quite a circuitous route to be able to bring those live views in from Seattle as well as Alabama. I'm able to share with you in the broadcast now. So why?
All right, L minus 35, 1 hour, 35 minutes, excuse me. We're going to take a quick 2-minute break before we rejoin our coverage of the Artemis 2 mission to the moon.
Keep watching if you haven't received your grocery allowance card yet. Your Medicare grocery card could be waiting for you. Many people on Medicare can now qualify for the biggest spending allowance benefit this year. This prepaid spending card can be used for groceries, medication, and more. Just call the number below. Have a quick call with our rep to check eligibility. Applying for this grocery allowance card is free. Enrollment is ending soon, so don't miss out on the biggest benefit of the year. Apply now before it ends. Simply call the number below to get your grocery card in the mail today.
Are you Marshall?
I am. I am.
Thanks for meeting me here. Usually not an introductory, but I barely ever use this function, unless it's to bundle my insurance with every figure.
Oh, same. I hate this thing, but it's true. You can pull numbers bundling with it.
Yeah.
Get ready.
Get ready?
Get ready.
Get ready.
Are you hungry?
Okay.
Let's get some foot side now.
And so get your review.
You paid? Me.
Liberty, liberty. I love that commercial. What's the ski jump doing on the news? I don't know if anybody's on my live stream right now. I'm going to check.
Countdown is on. Mission to the moon, Artemis 2.
Do the Artemis 2. I'm watching the news right now while I'm playing this. Hour and a half left. 200.5k people are watching.
As we've been saying, sometimes things just
Oh, something about the sweet berries.
and it's amazing that we're making it science fact.
Yes, yeah, we're going back. We're going to scout it out, and then on the future Artemis missions, we're going to put boots back on the moon for the first time in over half a century. But
Oh,
we're
what's
going to
this
sing
sign?
and we're going to learn
I
from
don't
the moon.
know
And we're
this
going to,
sign.
you know, as Megan talked about the water ice and harness that resource.
Yeah.
And, you know, not only learn from the moon about Earth and about the solar system, but also figure out how we get to Mars from the moon.
That's what we're seeing now back inside the White Room with the closeout team. They are removing basically fixtures that protected the crew module hatch while they did work around it, right, Nicole?
Yeah, so
Oh,
anytime that you're moving around and working, there are some sensitive
let me do
sensors
this.
and
It's
parts,
easier.
Of the crew
Slash.
module that we don't want to kick or bump into, and so it's easier to just put a guard up while you're working in there and then take it down later.
And so this is a visual cue for us
Top
that
is a
the
home.
team is getting ready to close the last hatch in the
Oh,
launch abort system
M-E.
hatch. Can you tell us about what the last is?
Yeah, so launch abort system. This is, you know, we have the crew module, and then what sits on basically on top of the crew module is the launch abort system, and it has its own motors. So we'll arm it about 5 minutes prior to launch, and then it stays with the crew module until
my
the
back
armor lines
hurts.
point in space. Once the crew could safely get to orbit, it will actually be jettisoned. The crew module that will then be exposed. So this is just a safety mechanism that stays on the outside of the crew module, and then as they monitor the attitude and the thrust and all sorts of the roll, all sorts of different data points to make sure the crew is safely getting to orbit. And once they are safely to orbit, then we'll get rid of that launch abort system.
And it looks like they're putting all of these parts that they're removing from around the crew module hatch into a bag because they have to take this out with them once they leave the pad, right?
Yes, yeah, we don't want anything left up there in the White Room, and especially because that crew access arm will move away from the capsule and the rocket. So we want an empty White Room, no fog like we talked about, so that we can have a safe launch.
This orange tube that you see on the right side of your screen, that had been inside the crew module providing breathable air to the crew. And now again, with the crew module closed and then getting ready to close the second hatch that has been removed, it's out of the way. So again,
Let me see if anybody's watching.
continue to do their work.
Yeah, that's just
Anybody watching?
provide some cooling air and some breathing
What
into the
is nope.
That's actually
What is IGN?
So as we continue to watch the
What?
crew prepare to close the launch abort system hatch, why don't we take a look at the crew's mission patch? Now, crews have designed their official mission patches since the Gemini 5 launch in 1965. Reed, Victor, Christina, and Jeremy,
Who is that?
they really wanted to play on the abbreviation Artemis 2 to all, signifying not only the second major flight of the Artemis program, but also a mission to explore for all, by all. The crew chose
Okay, I'm going back to
the
Minecraft.
photo for a reason. It was taken by the Apollo 8 crew in 1968, the first crew to ever fly around the moon. The mission was to prove teams then were ready to land on the moon the same way Artemis 2 hopes to fly around the moon ahead of a lunar landing with Artemis 4. This time, as we've been saying,
And now I'm going to do this slash
pave the way to Mars.
shop.
Yeah, we're talking about incremental steps, right? And so Artemis 2 is very similar to Apollo 8 in terms of that increment. They're going to fly around the moon and set up the Artemis program for landing on the moon, but also with a nod towards the fact that we do this for all humanity. And I love the thoughtfulness and how much importance they put on their patch design.
Another camera angle of inside the Orion spacecraft.
I was going to say, we might be able to see Rise, but I think it's right behind Reed's foot there.
And so to orient people again, so basically we have Christina in your upper Christina in your upper left-hand corner. Then you have Jeremy below her. And then the feet you're seeing, those are Reed's feet. And then next to him, the upper right-hand corner, that is Victor. But again, that is the orientation of the crew inside Orion right now. Now, earlier this week, the crew got to stick their patch on a wall just outside the pseudo room. You can play that video there now. You can see that crews have been doing this as part of a pre-flight tradition again. Wow, we're just making sure that thing won't come up. Victor is signing there, followed by Christina, and then Jeremy. That's a fun tradition, and your patch is up there too.
It is, yeah, on the left-hand side there. Yeah, it's a fun tradition. This is a really fun day too. You know, they did this a couple days ago, but it's just another step that makes it a little bit more real that you're going to be watching. So.
I think we talked a little bit about this before. Basically like a computer there on Jeremy's a way for him
Okay.
to see something that also Reed and Victor are getting to see, but it's a much bigger display.
Okay.
Right, yeah, it's
So
basically a tablet
these.
display, and it's actually plugged into a cord nearby that allows him to have a screen repeater so you can see what they're looking at.
And it looks like he's taking notes. Can you talk a little bit about what that is? It's part of all of them have like a little procedural book, right?
Right, yeah, so they have what we call a keyboard, and they'll have blank pages to take notes on. They might have a cue card or procedures, or they can be kind of custom built to what each crew member wants for their keyboard.
This mission, of course, built by people and companies in all 50 states, as we've been saying throughout the broadcast, and with our international partners as well. Let's take a look at some of the people playing such a big role in today's test flight.
And what we're doing here is a collaborative effort of hundreds of thousands of people.
This is about the parts, the hard
What's going on?
together to make that mission possible.
More people would join the live with the Artemis 2 mission.
Is that we would not just push the boundaries, but that we push them together.
Artemis 1 liftoff I'm seeing right now. Artemis 1, not Artemis 2. So I can't wait to see Artemis 2 liftoff.
It takes a team to do great things. And Artemis has an incredible team.
We have international partners. We have commercial partners and industry partners.
It takes unity to accomplish great things. And that's what this is all about.
It does, but it's hard to say.
We're not sending our money to the moon. And we're putting that money into the benefit of everybody. So every dollar that comes out of the treasury that goes to support this mission goes back to the treasury 3 times. What's very important to me is that we do it the right way, and that we do it with our values, that our industries grow, that our communities grow, that our families are healthy and safe and have amazing things to work on. Then we're going to build machines to go even further onto Mars.
That is our generation, the Artemis generation, that defines the starting point of our exploration future.
I just want to say thank you to all of the hands that have touched a part of this program and the hearts that have moved everyone to this goal.
Okay.
Because we're going to the moon.
Get everything. So we're going to do /AH auction house / not slash but
What I really like about this
sell.
is, again, just reminding people that this is spurring
I'll
so
do
many jobs across the country.
100k.
Yeah, across the country and across
Enter.
the world, right? The whole world has it. The Artemis Accords are signed by over 40.
This is how you do that.
countries, and so, yeah, we're taking all
So I do that a bunch of times.
right back into the jobs here in the US.
And the money too, you know, when we have more disposable income because we have good paying jobs, that's money that goes back into our economy as disposable income. So really, it is just an ecosystem.
We're going to twist it up and do
NASA is
100
proud to be a part of.
Right. Not only is it about the
mil
right, but it's also about the
on this
science
one.
and what we're gonna learn
So
and exploration. You know, we on top of all of those things, we benefit the economy as well.
Obviously, Nicole is
One-
a wealth of knowledge. We're very lucky to
no,
have her
1 bill.
take into that knowledge throughout the broadcast.
1
We
billion.
have been for now Let's learn a little bit more about Nicole.
So let's put this down here.
Last March, she launched from here at Kennedy Space Center as pilot of NASA's SpaceX Crew 10 mission to the International Space Station. What a beautiful launch that was.
What did I do with everything else I did?
Conducting science experiments that could benefit us on Earth. For example, one studied the physics of liquids.
There we go.
Researchers
Now we just wait for that.
She also conducted an almost 6-hour spacewalk to help upgrade the orbiting lab's
Oh, see?
power system.
We already had one.
Nicole was a lieutenant colonel in the U.S. Air Force and flew one of its most advanced aircraft. She was born in San Diego, California.
Like, that's how you know you're doing good on the server once you start selling stuff. Let me see something.
That's so great to just see how far you've come. Again, I think that speaks to what we
Oh, what happened? Oh, no one's watching. Hopefully you're watching.
Kept working hard and never got long enough to pass, but ended up here. And I think it's a testament to the human, like we talked about.
I wonder if I should have more subscribers. So let me check that out on my phone.
It's been kind of a theme for the day.
Yeah, definitely a theme for the day, a theme for the team. The team has said the same, the crew has said the same sort of things. So absolutely. Well, thank you so much for being here, and hopefully only a little bit more until launch today. So today's Artemis 2 test flight will mark only the second time
26 subscribers.
on a new NASA spacecraft designed for crew.
That's good. That's very good.
Our Gary Jordan is inside with flight controllers. Hey, Gary.
Hey, Megan, you are right. This is a significant milestone, and we may be putting the names of a few more astronauts in the history books today. The Artemis 2 crew is set to launch today. Will join a select list of humans to fly in a spacecraft for the very first time. And Artemis 2, like missions before, is a test mission.
I'm gonna do something like this. Put my armor.
Variety of scenarios. Some of these will be called out directly, like Captain Stan Love during ascent, and some are a little more subtle. These calls can be split into two categories: alternate main engine cutoff, or MECO targets, and aborts. First, there are two alternate MECO targets, or AMTs. These note milestones to give flight control teams and astronauts an idea of what would happen after that moment should the core stage lose one of the main engines. First is AMT low. You won't hear it called out by the crew or Capcom since this happens right at liftoff. If the core stage loses one
this
engine
armor.
at this moment, an abort once around option could be made at main engine cutoff, meaning the crew could target the splashdown in the Pacific. The second is AMT high, which will be called out by Capcom Stan Love around 22 seconds. After this moment,
Okay.
the core stage loses an engine, we can still pursue an alternate mission in lower orbit
Slash,
of the test objectives. And at about 5 minutes and 16 seconds into the flight, you hear the call for engine press. This is a good moment after this point. If the core stage loses an engine, we can still make a nominal main engine cutoff and pursue a moon mission as expected. Again,
Let's do shop, but I'm not going to go there.
An idea of what lies ahead should one main engine be lost, but assumes we are otherwise continuing to a main
That's
engine
not how you
cutoff
spell
target.
shop.
This differs from an abort, where the Orion capsule
On that side.
from the space launch system
I'm so stupid.
time. There are abort options at every moment that integrity is attached to the space launch system, from the pad to more than 3 hours into the mission. During the first 8 or so minutes of power flight, there are 3 abort options. First is the use of the launch abort system, which you see at the very top of the rocket, and here in the white room where the hatch is open and teams are working to close it. This particular abort capability can be used from here at the pad through roughly 3 minutes and 20
Why am I
seconds
not
into
teleporting?
flight. Next,
Oh, there we go.
abort
It's uncorrected.
splashdown, or UAS. This uses Orion's service module engines to escape the SLS and becomes available immediately after the launch abort system jettisons. Third is
I'm not messing with them.
Around, or AOA. You'll hear Capcom Stan Love call AOA open around 7 minutes 30 seconds into the flight. This also uses the service module engines, but the burn profile is a bit different to aim for a splashdown in the Pacific after one trip around the Earth. NASA's
I want to see
expedited
if I can use my
recovery teams are
keys.
staged off the coast of San Diego to get to the crew and integrity quickly for this abort option. An AOA option continues to be available until solar arrays are deployed on the Orion service module a little more than 30
No way
minutes
you're
into
doing
the
this to
mission.
me again.
At this point, an abort to orbit or ATO option becomes available
Wait till everything's loaded.
around 3 hours and 23 minutes. Mission profiles can vary depending on when an ATO is executed in that window, but with power being drawn from solar arrays, it buys more time for astronauts and flight control teams to make decisions and stay in Earth orbit, return for a splashdown, or continue to the moon. The Artemis 2 crew and flight control teams are well trained on all of these scenarios. The calls you hear to the crew on Orion to Earth may help them be in a ready state for whatever challenge may come their way. At this time, we're not tracking any significant issues here in mission control in Houston, Texas. That would be showstoppers for today's launch. We're continuing to, of course, monitor the countdown along the way. Make sure all systems are go or when we reach T0. With that, I'll send it back to you, Megan.
What's going on here?
Yes, sir. Steady at 2600 PSI.
All right, copy that. And you know, the more times we ask you to do that, the closer we get to launch. So that's a good thing.
Copy.
You heard it there from NASA Test Director Jess Spalding. The more that they keep on asking her how the pressure is holding in the counterbalance assembly mechanism is a good thing, because it means we are getting closer to launch. So that's amazing news over the loops that we just heard on our line to Earth One, again, that communication channel with the crew.
And we have been continuing to listen in to NASA coverage and following
Dude, the Artemis 2 is insane. Like, we're going back to the moon. Like, who thought we were going to go back to the moon? Like, it's insane.
A safety mechanism integrated into rockets and missiles rapidly and a vehicle's flight.
How would we do that? Can you help me with that? That fell off. Put it back on the stand. How would you? It is April Fool's.
Have you send in some photos? You can scan that QR code at top right there where you're watching Artemis from. Send your photos in, and you can be featured right here on our coverage as we get you ready for launch. We will be back with you on Live Down from Class and take you back out to the Space Coast when we come back. More to come on Live Down.
How's the race, please? I am.
There's no flavor.
Usually not an introvert dating guy. Barely ever use this computer. Unless it's to bottle my insurance.
Oh, same. I hate this thing, but it's true. You can save hundreds bundling with Liberty. Oh,
Liberty?
Liberty?
Liberty.
Liberty.
Are you hungry?
Mm-hmm.
Let's get some roadside now.
And some dinner relief.
Only pay for what you need.
When it's time to start your business, it's time for Shopify. Design
Yo, what?
sell everywhere people shop, and never miss a sale for the world's best.
How is it going? Good. I'll do live stream though, so I can't. I'm excited. How long ago was that? Dude, 1 minute ago, I could have talked to him. I could have.
I love this race. What is this thing?
Huh?
What's this thing?
MP3 player. Yeah. It's portable. It's meant to be portable.
How do you not like this race?
You just leaked your base.
What?
This is bad. Oh my god, I don't even know what the coordinates were. Are they close to 0-0? on our way. Oh my god, Teal's already here. Yo, I come in peace, Thank you, bro. Can you maybe help me defend the base? Angel? Sure. Ferrex, I think I low-key almost got everything. The shulkers, Ferrex. The shulkers, Squid said there's... Oh my gosh, it's Nether Flux. Oh my god! Yo, guys? Yo, don't creep it. Yo, stop!
This is LEGO's official Minecraft server, built by some of the best developers, builders, and coders in the world. It's basically impossible to escape the server, but I will, because
Okay, oh my god. Don't eat all the rice. Dang.
You ate half of it.
No, I didn't.
You did.
I didn't eat half of it. I barely ate it since I was streaming. Dang, you only been here for like 2 minutes and you almost ate the whole thing. There's not even no flavors to it. There's no flavors. How is it good?
It's so good.
I can basically do this. And there's still no flavor. You know what's going on. Oh, they finally shut the door on the Apollo 2 mission. Spaceship.
It has been a while since they've gone to the moon.
They've been like 3 centuries. It's not haven't been a while. It has been a long time since we've been to the moon. And they're planning on going back to the moon a 3rd time. I heard they said.
You can have the rest.
I mean, this is an exceptionally happy moment for us and all of us and the people that are, about to take off on this.
About my
Grateful to know that we felt
tell us for his prize.
stay steady and calm, in such an exciting time within the agency. And
Well, you make it you.
just be here and
Because
witness
you
it
had all of them.
and know that
Only
they've got some tools to help us stay calm. and
Yeah,
steady
3.
with everything else.
I have two.
Yeah, you had 3.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks so much, guys. And yes, Leo, we did hear that cheer. That was very exciting. I think the vibe over there is they're celebrating, they're having fun. And here, once they heard that we're go for launch, everybody had to run back to the camera and work.
It's
a little bit of a different vibe, but I definitely think that people are excited, especially as we see now live inside the White Room at the launch pad. The closeout crew has closed the launch abort system hatch. You saw there, we took it live. Took a lot of them. I think all of them.
Oh,
One, except for one.
I saw another thing.
3 or 4 of them to
I have to
push
see what that is first.
the door closed. And then they felt around.
When does it launch?
The door to make sure
In about an hour.
sitting just right.
It's 5:16.
In 5:16, so 6 o'clock it launches.
You can see that it's still 3, 4, 5.
These hatches closed and this rocket ready to launch.
And so the next step in the countdown is that this team will start closing out the White Room. So basically disconnecting things.
The amount
amount of people that I've seen confidently wrong about what pareidolia is kind of mind-blowing, which is exactly why I'm talking about this video right now. This video that I got tagged in features multiple images showing different inanimate objects that appear to have face-like structures, even though that's not what they're intended to be, and the caption says POV having pareidolia be like. Many of you probably know pareidolia is the tendency for humans to recognize faces in places where they're not intended to be. Seems like a pretty easy definition, but a lot of people apparently are gatekeeping it now, stating that this is not real pareidolia. Real pareidolia is when you see a face in X, Y, and Z. The best part is these people are completely wrong. Remember, this is fake pareidolia. No, this is all real pareidolia. But this is real pareidolia. No, this one actually is not real pareidolia because this is meant to resemble a human face. People commenting these things do not know what they're talking about. Just because something might look more obviously like a face than another doesn't mean that it's not
Lawyer's reaction.
A black woman complained that the man next to her didn't do anything after she accidentally hurt her foot at the gym. The handle landed on her foot. She was only wearing socks and no shoes. She later filed a complaint with the gym about his behavior. He was surprised when gym staff asked him to leave.
Keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, that a gym membership is actually a form of a contract, meaning that all parties have to abide by the terms of their agreement. And within every gym contract is going to be language regarding the appropriate attire when you're at the gym, such as wearing shoes, especially if you're handling heavy equipment. But one thing a contract cannot do is punish somebody for exercising their rights under the law, unless the contract specifically says otherwise. There is no legal requirement under the law to help somebody in need. And unless his gym membership says that he must provide aid to those in need, he absolutely cannot be kicked out of the gym for exercising, no pun intended, his legal right to do nothing.
Oh, hey, manager, did you see the time off request I put in this morning?
Answering 5 questions, but I can't hear them. Or myself.
Again, just to make sure that we have
All four.
Have you ever noticed that this train car in D-Light is trying to tell you something terrible? It's something terrible. In the movie DLC,
I moved from Birmingham.
Wait, that we're making an ocarina!
Another live view of them inside a
Wait, that we're making an ocarina!
Jeremy, Christina, another live view of them inside a Reed, Victor, on the left, the right side of Christina. What do you think they're thinking right now?
Oh man, just over an hour to launch. There's probably a little bit of a lull right now. Monitoring some systems, but you can see Reed's got his feet crossed. So I think just trying to relax and pass the time by maybe thinking through the items that they're going to monitor through the launch. The different jobs that each of them have throughout the launch. This first day, I learned is actually using them. They've got
You'll have to log out of Minecraft.
They have to monitor. They've got to get the system set up, and they've got to get the cabin set up. So there's a lot going on in the next 24 hours.
Why is it snowing? Why is it snowing?
Take a nap, but I don't think they get a full night's rest for quite some time. So going through.
There we go.
What's next?
Well, that one person watching is me.
What it would be like to live in a spacecraft for 10 days. Let's take a look at what life will be like in Orion.
Artemis 2 is our first crewed mission back to the moon since the Apollo program. A lot of the focus of Artemis 2 is really checking out systems to be sure that we're well positioned for continued human exploration. My name is Susan Baggerman.
Is that a real person?
Officer
Hello?
Orion program and the Artemis 2 mission.
I can tell if that's my phone that's doing that. Let me check if that's my phone. If you're a different person except for my phone, comment down below. Three people are watching! Oh, now one person's watching. I'm getting everything set up right here. Yeah, Minecraft wasn't working right there. Comment down below if comment. Yeah.
control systems are actually working. For sleeping, the crew will sleep in sleeping bags. Some crew members like to be very tightly bound up, and some like to float very free. They'll use the toilet for the first time and be sure that it's able to flush. While they're on their journey, they'll do some testing that they quickly don their suit just to be sure that we'll be ready in the future for an emergency. They'll also check out our radiation shelter. If we were to have a solar particle event, we would be asking them to take stowage out of the stowage bay.
And then
Some specific locations on the
What are we doing, turds?
basically for it to serve as shielding.
I'm getting this live stream set up.
You the only one in the house?
I think so. Yeah. Oh, you didn't miss the launch.
Then I walked out of the bathroom and that fell.
Super excited to watch the first spaceship blast off there. What a moment it's going to be coming up in just an hour. The safe travel shot there of our program.
It is.
From St. Louis.
St. Louis.
Love to see that. And Patrick showing the dog here.
Hey, down it. Pancake.
Yeah. Nope. I was eating that rice, but no one didn't eat yet. No, they're not that bad. Just if you warm it up, it's better. They put a bunch on the plate. We didn't eat really that much.
My brother-in-law is a regional director at the Social Security Administration. He recently told me about a $25,000 state-protected burial program for Americans over 50, but hardly anyone knows about it.
Why are we trying to attack him? Who's drinking Mountain Dew? That was gonna knock off the Mountain Dew.
After losing a loved one, and that amount hasn't changed since 1954. Meanwhile, funerals cost over $9,000. That's why the state is helping. They regulated final expense plans specifically for Americans over 50. Plans designed to cover funeral costs with no medical check, no piles of paperwork, so your family isn't left struggling when you pass. When I first heard about it, I thought it sounded too good to be true, but I answered two simple questions and got approved. No stress, no complicated process. These state-regulated plans can provide $25,000 in coverage, starts at under $2 a day, has no waiting period, so your family isn't left scrambling. I'm making this video to tell everyone over 50 about this before it ends on Friday. Call 1-866-521-1815 right now. It takes less than 2 minutes to get qualified. You're literally seconds away from locking in $25,000 final expense benefits. They're only taking calls until Friday, 6 p.m. After that, enrollment closes. Call 1-866-521-1815 before Friday at 6 p.m. See if you qualify. No one is going to do this for you. Don't leave your family a bill. Leave them protected. Call now.
Maybe I'll catch Smokey.
Don't keep taking these cups. Well, they're your cups. So, Bentley, just take them. These. Hey, can you take these out?
No smoking, no.
Did you know that it's the month? Yeah, and it's also April Fool's.
But they're not going April Fool's this. They pronounce it. It's not going to be April Fool's for this. Like. Oh.
For the first time in more than 50 years, we are sending humans to fly around the moon and back. And we're taking you all of you with us on this next chapter of human space flight. I'm NASA's Megan Cruz, and this is NASA Astronaut Nicole Ayers. Great to have you.
It has a card.
And if all goes as planned, this crew could travel farther from Earth than any other humans before them and see parts of the moon no one has ever laid eyes on. How exciting!
Yes. Exciting is an understatement, I think.
That's true.
We're going to see the far side of the moon for the first time in a long time. So,
And as the crowd again builds behind us for activity that you're seeing here at the Kennedy Space Center press site, we also have a ton of people gathering around the world to watch this history-making moment. So let's take a look at those watch parties now.
oh,
That crowd has grown. We checked with them probably 30 minutes ago, and it was half crowded again. We are seeing more and more people gather together, wanting to experience this together, not just in a back-to-back home, you know?
yes, this is so exciting. Wow.
The absolute rabbit hole that I went down in doing research for this video. I have one question. How many people find this as a topic in the first place? This video that I got tagged in has the intention of being creepy. You can see a bunch of black bars over everybody's faces, save for this boost mask on the back, and another photo that also gives the impression of being in liminal space.
Oh, that's so great.
These photos
And now let's get you up to speed on what's happened so far. We are now within an hour of the opening of our launch window, so what's been happening so far today? Well, a lot. After waking up and grabbing a bite to eat, our Artemis 2 crew suited up inside the historic crew quarters, a tradition that dates back decades. Teams helped them into their custom Orion crew survival suits. And just like other crews before them, they gathered around the table for a card game to pass the time, but to also burn off any lingering bad luck before they walked in the footsteps of every NASA astronaut watching at the Kennedy Space Center since Apollo 7 in 1968. They walked outside the Neil Armstrong Operations Checkout Building to greet a crowd of family, friends, supporters before getting into their asteroid van with their security escorting ride out to historic Launch Complex 39B. They got a close-up look at the SLS rocket and walked across the crew access arm and climbed one by one inside their Orion spacecraft. After that, teams conducted final checks with the crew before closing both hatches. The crew module hatch, as well as what you're seeing there, the launch abort system hatch. And now we are back live at the pad where the closeout crew is getting ready to leave the White House. They are now tethered, Nicole, because they are about to move some pieces that connect the Orion spacecraft to the White House.
As you can see, we have touches. Which puts me to one subject because currently is working an issue that we reported out with the last at least. There's an issue currently with the battery on the last engineer who is in charge of the electrical system. Sits on console here, reported that in temperature for one of the two last batteries is out of range. And although it's not a constraint for launch right now, it would be when that temperature is checked inside the T-6 minutes, which is inside the treatment channel. So right now, going to follow, of course, along closely with what again, the battery temp for one of the two batteries on the last is out of spec, and the team is working to understand, first of all, whether or not this may be a sensor issue or
is there an issue with the battery itself? So again, looking into it, troubleshooting and researching as we speak. With regards to the weather, we did get some good news there. Launch Weather Officer Mark Berger reporting to the launch director that the weather chances have now improved for the window. We are up to 90% go, which is great news. Again, 90% go. That is up from the 80% that we started when we had the first weather forecast come out officially 3 days ago. And so that is great for anybody who's here in the launch area knows that is certainly
Yeah, just what's going on.
So we're getting some good clearing as forecast. And then just a reminder for those people who are watching the launch from the nearby area that if you're watching on an internet-enabled device, just remember that there may be a little bit of a delay. So you're not watching it live, but since it's on an internet device,
Hello.
you know, sometimes
I see you joined my stream.
might be a little behind what you're actually
Yes, I'm playing on the Donut SMP.
as you
I'm seeing what's going on.
to run outside
Who's that?
inside your RV or your camper or your house. That's the latest here
Oh,
from the fire.
there we
Of
go.
course, we keep track of last
There we
battery.
go. Guys at the AFK bar. When did I get here?
That there had to be tethered to the inside of the white room because obviously now
I
we
got
have
teleport.
detached the white room
Go
from
to.
the Orion spacecraft.
Yes, that view is quite
Oh
something.
no.
Yeah. Oh, no, I'm sorry, I forgot the whole scared of heights. An astronaut afraid of heights is actually not uncommon as we learned today. But yes, so obviously again things proceeding
No. I'm
as
good.
we march closer to the opening of our 2-hour launch window at 6:24 p.m. Eastern Time. Again, the closeout crew just finishing up those last couple of things they have to do before leaving the white room.
Let me
and
get
then
to my
leaving the
house.
pad, leaving only the 4
Slash.
Artemis 2 crew members inside the spacecraft by themselves at the pad.
Yeah.
We've been listening to the coverage from NASA and getting the update that weather has actually improved around the launch pad as it has not been upgraded for a 90% launch for the weather.
Oh, what's going on typing?
Earlier today
Oh.
they go for launch there. So
I swear. What's going on the side that's making me type?
Issue regarding Artemis 2, and it's about the temperature at the time of launch for this battery. So they are working to resolve that as the countdown does continue. We'll go to a 2-minute break. We want to check in with some of the great players that are coming in from our viewers where they are watching coverage from and getting ready for the launch. This is Isaac and Jennifer out in Houston. And they are settled in right now. Heather from Richmond, Kentucky. And with this great photo there, and again, showcasing all of our great viewers. Again, Josh from Yuma, Arizona, saying, watching from hot Yuma, Arizona. Godspeed, astronauts. Got more here. Manny saying, our 2 boys, Jonah and Benji, watching from Corona, California. There, great shot right there as well. And we have more coming in, praying for a good space trip there. Lakewood. That is great to see as well. You can join in on the fun. Share those photos. Scan that QR code top right. Where are you watching Artemis from? We'd love to see the photos and feature them for you as we get closer to launch. We'll take another 2-minute break. We will be back with more coverage from NASA in just moments.
It stands for double down. Bigger with Fanatic Blackdown. Every hand is a chance to stack your winnings. And your fan cash. New customers, collect your $4,000 back.
Oh my god.
At Fanatics Casino.
Davis Kettlebell Run is taking a strange turn. Rex can't help but even talk. Weirdo. This is wonderful news. Peachy sleeping deeply enough to dream, thanks to her Inspire implant, and Bill's sleeping better too. If CPAP doesn't work for you, check out Inspire Therapy, a proven sleep apnea treatment. No mask, no hose, just sleep. Learn more and view safety info at InspireSleep.com.
I don't know if it was fate or destiny.
Oh, I'm flying. I'm flying.
Introducing the new Pause, the new full life map. New double wing. A map made for more, just like you. Now with more colors or shades. One made for you. More wear with up to 36 hours of longer. Buildable, breathable, flexible. More dimension.
So I'm not flying.
More skin balance with oil control and hydration. There's nothing this foundation can't do.
I'm falling. I'm falling. I'm falling.
The dramas that stir your soul are always on Maverick Black Cinema Channel. Watch free today.
Yeah, there we go.
Live down from Fox. How cool of a view is this right now? Astronauts are waiting for the big moment of launch, just like we all are, watching from around the country and, of course, around the world as well. A live look right now at Artemis 2, getting ready to light that candle, coming up here in just a little bit. Hi, everyone. Mike Page here. Thanks so much again for joining us. Let's get you back after the coverage of NASA. We are less than an hour away from launch. Let's listen in.
They are tracking and working the issue with the launch abort system battery. Yeah. All right. And then first time flyer, Canadian Space Agency astronaut Jeremy Hansen will fly to the moon as a mission specialist on the Artemis 2 mission. The London, Ontario native
Hi.
selected as an astronaut.
Thanks for joining my live stream.
After that, he worked as
Something's going on with it.
Mission Control Center in Houston. Capcom
Minecraft
stands for Capsule
decides not want to work.
and is the sole direct voice communicating with astronauts.
And there it goes again.
Training exercises, really cool ones like living on the ocean floor off the coast of Florida to simulate deep space exploration for a week. In 2017, he became the first Canadian to lead a NASA astronaut class. He also enjoys getting out on a sailboat, rock climbing, and mountain biking. He has a wife and 3 children. And he's the one that you see bottom left-hand corner of your screen. I know, I'm trying to see what he's doing there. Christina's looking too. And so there's your Artemis 2 crew inside the Orion spacecraft. And this is actually the 7th time NASA astronauts will launch on a new NASA spacecraft designed for crew. And if you're wondering about the first 6 crew test flights, here they are. Gemini 3, Gus Grissom, John Young, March 23, 1965. Apollo 7, Wally Schirra, Don Isley, Walt Cunningham, October 11, 1968. Space Transportation System, or STS-1, John Young, Robert Crippen, April 12, 1981. Then NASA SpaceX Demo 2, Doug Hurley, Bob Behnken, May 30th, 2020, followed by NASA's Boeing Crew Flight Tests. Butch Wilmore, Sonny Williams, June 5th, 2024. And now, Artemis 2 with Reed, Victor, Christina, and Jeremy. It is really surprising, honestly, to hear that through all these decades, through all these launches we've had, this is only our 7th new vehicle that we're testing for crew.
Yeah, we have so many different missions that we think about and we talk about, but really 7 vehicles that we've tested and that we're flying. I like to think of spaceflight really as a permanent test, right? We have, hundreds of missions or so. An airplane that gets tested and then flown has thousands of data points. And so really spaceflight is always going to be in the test field. And I think it's important to remember that, especially as we put humans on rockets.
Minecraft decides, okay, dude, I'm gonna play on SMP.
Just getting word now that White Room
Okay, hello there.
closeout crew
I see that.
to leave the pad.
It's exciting stuff. We are making good time, and the closeout crew is doing really well.
49 minutes, 43 seconds until the opening of our test. Artemis 2 is a 10-day mission that will send the 4-person crew on a journey around the moon and bound.
Not the solution for humanity, but it is a contribution in the positive column. We hope that just for a moment that people will pause and say, wow, it's extraordinary. Over 8 billion people. And you see this concrete example of what humanity can do, this extraordinary thing. We set big goals and do.
And so Mission Control Houston will control the flight of Orion after liftoff here at Kennedy Space Center. Here's Gary Jordan, who's embedded with that team. Gary, you might have to pause because we did just hear a call out from the commander. Okay.
30 minutes.
From each of the flight controllers in this room, Flight Director Judd Freeling will report a go for launch from Houston flight. All liftoff teams here take control of the mission and communicate with the crew while they fly on the space launch system. This phase of flight is highly dynamic, and each console position has a dedicated and important role of looking after critical systems. You'll hear calls from Capcom and NASA astronauts stand live in this room to the Artemis II crew as milestones are reached during the more than 8 minutes of powered flight on the core stage. Liftoff and ascent are just the beginning. This room will be staffed around the clock over the next 10 days to oversee every moment of the mission through Splashpad. Here from the Johnson Space Center, we're streaming the mission live 24/7, so anyone can follow the crew's journey inside the spacecraft and share the experience of the lunar flyby with astronauts looking down at the moon's surface. Each year has been rehearsing tirelessly in simulations to throw every conceivable and inconceivable scenario their way. We are ready and eager.
Let's see what's going on.
Still milestones to come as we continue the countdown, but we'll be right back with you during the ascent phase of today's flight. With that, Megan, I will send it back over to you at the Space Coast.
Right, we are very aboard that moment. A great update there from NASA officials. So we are going to take our final break of the hour, and then we are going to go commercial free for the next hour, everyone, here on Live Down from Fox as we gear you up for the moment of this launch. Before we go, we'll show you some more great photos from our viewers that are watching and getting ready for Artemis. David says from Fort Lauderdale, go Team Artemis. And then we have some others, Sarah from Meadow Grove, watching from Nebraska. With her children, a great love right there. Jacob from Charlotte, North Carolina. Jacob is joined by his LEGO spacecraft and is ready for this launch. And we got more here. Excited for the launch. So T-minus 56 minutes to go. Let's go. Artemis 2, we have since gone a little bit closer to that. Jackson watching all the way from Watsonville, Virginia. Excited for his first launch as well. And you can continue.
No, I had 2 viewers, but I had 1 viewer.
To see those photos. All right, last commercial break and then more coverage as we get you ready for this launch.
Keep watching if you haven't received your grocery allowance card yet. Your Medicare grocery card could be waiting for you. Many people on Medicare can now qualify for the biggest spending allowance benefit this year.
Okay.
This prepaid spending card can be used for groceries, medication, and more. Just call the number below. Have a quick call with our rep to check eligibility. Applying for this grocery allowance card is free. Enrollment is ending soon, so don't miss out on the biggest benefit of the year. Apply now before it ends. Simply call the number below to get your grocery card in the mail today.
And we're back home. Okay. Okay, made. Okay. Okay. Walk. That sounds like a good show. Still got those 2 left.
Away from the Artemis School launch, and we are going out commercial free until that moment of the launch, and then a little bit after that as well. Let's go race into the moon here. That's up in just a moment. More now from NASA's coverage, getting it ready for the launch.
As we go into this 10-day mission for the Artemis II crew. But here we are, 32 minutes, 50 seconds and counting from the opening of our launch window. We'll
It's cold. Okay, let's go.
We have here some familiar faces who wanted to wish our Artemis 2 crew a safe journey.
Okay.
Reed, Victor, Christina, and Jeremy, you are the real deal. You're flying to the moon for all of us.
Okay, there's land right there.
The truth here, friends.
You are not just astronauts. You are pioneers, venturing deeper into the unknown. But you are not alone. We will be all cheering on for you.
Okay.
Hey, I'm Victor Wembanyama, and I play basketball in the NBA. But I'm not only interested in shooting hoops. I'm also
You
interested
made
in
it.
shooting stars, like magic, and all other types of astronomical phenomena. And
Oh,
my idea is to astronauts or shooting for
if this is what I think it is.
Hi, everybody. I'm Ryan Gosling, and I play
Is this a loot drop?
The Artemis 2 astronauts are going to space.
Right.
No, it's not. Yeah?
You know the bag that's on my bike? You
Yeah.
know the bag that's on my bike?
Yeah.
Arnold
But it's not just about me.
wanted the bag. And I was crying.
As scientists,
You see that
engineers,
he's
athletes, and
playing.
makers to do something that they never thought possible. Hey, it's Roy Gleason,
Yeah.
and I wish the Artemis 2 crew a happy
That's how it is.
journey to the moon. Well, around the moon.
Ooh, what's on the ship?
This is to go around the moon and make sure somewhere to park.
It's not grief.
Actually, a really good way to explain what
That's actually very surprising.
builds. Again, we are hoping to land astronauts on the surface of the moon in maybe 2
Very,
years.
very
So, yes, we
surprising.
are looking around the moon
But
on
it's
a
not
flyby
that
mission to see
griefed.
where we might park. Thank you. Roy
Maybe chest are gone, but there's reasons for that.
Spectacular place here at Kennedy Space Center to watch launch.
Uh,
That's the Banana Creek viewing area. While we go back there, where the crowd
Boop.
is excited, and Leah has the best assignment ever. Talking
No
to
way.
people who are super excited about being here for Artemis 2.
Oh, well,
Oh my gosh, Megan, you talk
you.
about excitement.
Oh, but this is, I'm going to come back. I'm going to come back for you. I want to check this out.
Walking around talking to people, and I'm just struck again and again by how many people are here from across
This
the
is a
nation.
base. It's chaotic.
Of the people across NASA who have been supporting this mission, have your T's, NASA Armstrong Flight Research Center, Orion program. Ryan, Kathy Grace, Flight Research Center, Office of STEM Engagement.
David Alexander, NASA Flight Research Center, Office of STEM Engagement.
Yeah.
Jennifer Buscava,
Okay,
Johnson Space Center,
let's see if we
Office
can
of
rate
STEM
this.
Engagement. Here we go, right back here. What do you know?
I'm from NASA Glenn Research Center, Joseph Benakides.
Joseph, here we go.
Lance Berman from APL.
Maria Redondo from headquarters, Next Gen Sun.
If I'm right, I know what that is. That's a TNT duper.
Molly Friend, NASA Glenn, Space Communications and Navigation.
Matthew Pierce, Goddard Institute for Space Studies in New York City.
There we go, right over here.
Lauren Ring, Ames Research Center, Data Integration.
So we're coming together with one big NASA team, one big NASA family, and we have
I see the diamond block over there.
message before we launch tonight. Okay, guys, what are we going to say? 1, 2, 3.
So I see a diamond block over there. I want it.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that made me so emotional. That was so. I mean, wow. Yeah, that was great. I mean, just to
Okay,
hear
wasted a
everybody
totem.
say their position, what they're doing to support this mission is amazing, and I'm sure this was something that really rang true and resonated with NASA's Administrator Jared Isaacman again, to see the workforce come together to do the work and then to be here for launch. So why don't we actually go over to him now with our Jasmine Hopkins at one of our other viewing locations.
All right, Megan, thank you so much. The energy here on the balcony is honestly becoming electric. We get so close to
Okay.
launch, and we're thrilled to welcome NASA Administrator
Not
Jared
much.
Isaacman. Jared, we're really entering a golden age of exploration. How will Artemis 2 set the pace for the coming years?
Well, I mean, Artemis 2 is the opening act, right? This is the test mission. This is getting very comfortable with the SLS rocket, the Orion spacecraft. No humans have ever flown on this before, right? And we're going to put it through its paces. We'll go in Earth orbit for a little bit, make sure Orion's doing okay.
and then we are sending them, right? We're going to send them farther into space.
Okay, we're going to be building all this since redstone's very valuable.
Subsequent missions. That's why we're going into the golden age of science and discovery.
Redstone blocks, not that much, since everybody can get those by mining.
We're going to go for the landing on Artemis 4 in 2028, and in parallel, we're going to build the moon base, right? And that is going to be filled with science discovery and tech demonstrations that's going to support the enduring presence we're trying to create on the surface.
Absolutely. So honestly, history-making years ahead of us, with Artemis 3 and 4. But first is Artemis 2. What will be our single greatest takeaway from this mission?
Well, I'll tell you, after ignition, to me,
Let's see what else is all right here in loot.
No question about that. Good shoots coming down off the west coast, but look, I think the takeaway from this is gaining extreme comfort in the Orion
See some chest
spacecraft,
over
right?
there.
This is very different than what we've done for more than a half century, right? The velocities that spacecraft is going to re-enter at, it's going to be new territory for us. We want to get our arms around that completely. So I'd say the performance of SLS plus Orion is everything on this one. We want to make sure we do it as a safe way as we possibly can. Understand what we are undertaking right here. Bring our crew back. Learn as much as we can from the vehicle set up for Artemis 3 in 2027.
Right, and Administrator, we've actually got a pretty young audience today here. Some kids running around the balcony. How do you hope Artemis 2 inspires that next generation?
I talk about this all the time. One of our overarching KPIs that we show as we tracking is the number of people living and working in space. Well, what's another strong number 2 on that one? It's the number of kids that are dressing up as astronauts for Halloween, so that they grow up, that they're inspired to want to join this grand endeavor, whether they come work with us here at NASA or they join in the industry, but they're helping humankind venture out farther, pursue all the secrets of the universe.
Yeah, I get to see a lot of kids dressed as astronauts this year. And finally, Jared, you really made it a personal mission to get to know the people behind the work at NASA. Do you have any final thoughts, any final words before today's history making launch?
Yeah, well, I want to express a lot of appreciation. I'll tell you what, the 4 astronauts on top of Artemis 2 know this. It takes an army to pull a mission together like this, right across all 10 of our centers, all of our commercial partners, the international partners that come together to make this possible. My sincere appreciation for everyone who is currently working the mission right now. So getting them ready for launch, that will be watching over them in mission control, recovering this crew when they splash down off the west coast. I have complete trust and confidence in your abilities, and everybody else who's not directly working on Artemis 2. Artemis 3 is coming up next year. When this mobile launcher gets back into VAB, we're going to start staffing.
2 watches. Nice.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for being here.
Of course. All right, and with that, let's get back to the countdown. NASA's Megan Cruz.
Under 25 minutes and counting from the opening of our 2-hour launch window, and take a look at all these people behind us. I literally, every moment I turn around and I see the clock, I am like, oh wow. Oh wow.
There are more people and less time.
Yes, exactly, which is a great problem to have. Now, this first crewed test flight of NASA's Artemis program coincides with the 250th anniversary of our country's founders signing the Declaration of Independence. Exploration is a part of America's DNA, and it continues now with our return to the moon.
250 years ago, 13 colonies laid the foundation for the greatest and most
I might as well grab this.
in the history of the world. One driven by courage, faith, and freedom. From that moment,
That was a close one.
defined not by where we stood,
Is there anything else I can grab? Grab this.
we conquered vast frontiers, invented tools that shaped
That's
modern
all of it.
found light in the dark, and we rose from the earth. Faster, higher, farther. We pushed beyond the sky and into the unknown. We carried our courage into the cosmos, and we planted the American flag on the moon, the defining achievement of American superiority in space.
Okay. Now I can actually sell this for about $1 million.
American robots search ancient rivers on Mars. New telescopes unfold to glimpse the first stars, and a new generation prepares to return to the moon, this time to stay. For 250 years, America has carried the light of humanity forward. But American exceptionalism isn't inherited. It's earned. Our greatness comes not only from what we've done, but what we're still determined to discover. Because in every era, across every horizon,
Okay, so this is Piston Center. Yes.
it's reaching for something great.
How much do we sell this for?
250 years, we are leading the world into the future.
How much should we sell this for?
22 minutes, 15
We
seconds
should
and
sell it
counting.
for
To NASA's boldest test flight in a generation. The crew has said this often that they hope it
$1 million.
inspires children around the world.
Selling it for $1 million.
A group of kids here at Kennedy Space Center got a surprise of a lifetime while watching that rocket.
Slash. I'm not even holding the item. Let me hold them. Slash. Do. So. 1 mil. Enter. 1. Yes. There we go.
Okay, so everybody's looking at the rocket. It is absolutely impressive. One of the coolest things happening over there right now, though, is it's on top of a giant tractor.
Alright, my badge should give me some protection. So I built around it. Okay, let's see pickaxe. No, it's not much.
Now here we are, Space Center Houston. The crowd has exponentially grown throughout the day. We started showing you live shots from it there probably an hour ago, and now take a look at all
Well,
the people there.
got a TP thing sent to me. Accept it. I'm going to most likely accept it.
You know, it's amazing. People from all around the world came here today to Florida to watch. So it's something. It's hard to put into words.
Just let me
Just how much support
see.
for this mission we're seeing today.
Okay, TP2. Hello, dude.
They appear to have cleared that issue, so we are go for launch.
1 sec, I'll be back. Okay.
U.S. Space Rocket Center here, Huntsville, Alabama, waving to the Artemis 2 crew sitting right there inside Orion. Inside
Okay.
20 minutes from the opening of our launch window, and right now we are targeting the top of that
Okay.
launch window. So we will be
Slash
launching here
T
in about 19 minutes, Nicole.
P C
Everything has gone really smoothly today. It's been great. The weather
E
And so now, as we are so close to possibly launching out, just what are your thoughts as we are about to embark on a mission
Y
the first time
L
in 4 years?
E
I'm just so proud of the crew and
Y
the teams here on the ground that made this happen.
T
You know, they are carrying the torch from the Apollo era into the Artemis era. And, you know, as the crew likes to say, they want to be the shoulders of the next generation.
P C C E
They want to be the shoulders that
T R Y L E Y Yeah, I can't join that. I send it. Let me check chat. Oh no.
With Orion, SLS poised to again fly us into the history books. And before we leave you now here at the hostess to get back into operations, we just wanted to answer one question for you guys. We asked you earlier on today, what are you most excited for? And we asked you to
17 minutes.
Instagram and Twitch. Instagram, you guys said what? Twitch, you guys said lunar flyby, so I think you guys will all be very excited since we are now about 17 minutes of the opening of our announcement of today. And so with that, as we approach
Auto you can do /shop, click PvP, then buy and sell pros for a massive profit. Or you can do /kit claim, whatever. How I lost all of my loot on Apollo C.
To make her boss, not keep just slacking off.
How long would Socrates survive in every era of history?
Okay, there we go. Now you guys can hear me. So, you guys didn't hear me before. You should comment what you want to know or anything. Yeah, I'm planning on doing S&P.
Nintendo lost under fair use, giving creators $15 million. And in 2025, Nintendo tried to sue a small grocery store in Costa Rica called Super Mario, but the store had been open for over 50 years, and the court threw the case out because it sold beans, not video games. Times Nintendo.
Okay.
Now entering one of the most consequential phases of launch day, and that's terminal count.
What's going on? There we go. Alright, there we go. Yeah, I do have more gear, but I'm venturing out with this gear for safety. I did just sell. Oh, wait, I died. So I don't. No, wait, I sold that stuff. So I have that stuff still. In an auction.
We have a clear board.
Auction house.
No constraints. But we need
13 minutes to launch for Apollo 2.
On the NASA test director team. So
There's a boat right there I want to take.
The poll that we're waiting for launch director, Charlie Blackwell Thompson, who will take that final status from NASA management before giving the go to come out of it. And you're seeing the clock count down, almost 12 minutes.
Your Honor. If you reconfigure your primary device.
Okay, there's my end.
Go. And devices remain closed at this time.
It's a small piece of my hand. I'm gonna follow this. Better yet, right on it.
Has been there since 1995. Our manager has had a chance to review the findings, and they do not have any constraints from either a CIS or Merman.
Okay, copy all. Analyze director.
Yes, sir. I copy that. That's good news.
One, two.
OTC.
ARS primary loop isolation valve configuration is complete.
Copy.
Okay. Oh yeah. 10 minutes till launch.
6:13. Time there, and then we'll pick it up after we get through all of our work and anything else that we need to do to get through the remainder. Working that to get to our T0 today. So
I think this is a different village.
About 50 seconds from now, we'll extend that whole.
Yeah, this is a different village.
CBSE 400 290. Looking to verify that we are configured for accent.
Yep, different village. 10 minutes till the spaceship launch.
NPD, COSD, hold requested.
Copy that.
I have an LCC.
There's a sign I want to read. Oh, no. No.
Was a transient LCC violation, so transponder 1 has demodulated SNR.
Okay, what does the sign say?
DBM. When it should have been between 10 and 13, it is now back up to 12, so we did lose that additional risk. It does not appear that we lost instinct or carrier loss, which would be indicative that we lost our loss of the vehicle. So at this point, recommendation would still be go. However, we do have a pre-planned procedure if we want to look at that. But again, this is transient, so we're back in a normal.
Did you guys comment anything?
10 more minutes.
Yeah.
Was that less than 3 samples? Is that below our persistence?
So at 6:20. Let me look.
The timer stopped. They're recalibrating it.
Yes, ma'am. That's going to be O-CT-004. Thank you.
Cool. Base. That's a portal. Portal in the sky? No, it doesn't seem like it. Don't trust it still.
Yeah, I was taking a look at the data right here. Looks like that was a single sample.
Yeah, copy that. RPS does report that they also lost walk for about 5 seconds. So I would look down KUS and see if they also lost walk of the vehicle for any extended amount of period.
Okay, what's going on?
And CUSD, while we're doing that, these are 1/10 hertz measurements, correct? So we would have had to lose it for over 10 seconds to get a second sample.
Yes, sir, that's correct. It is 1/10 hertz.
Yeah, so from our perspective, the
Well,
allowance
some
30 seconds
structures.
up to 3 samples based on 1/10 hertz. This is not an LCC violation, I believe.
Yes, sir.
Oh, oh. Okay, I'm
Hey,
going
Bree,
to
you want to go see Roscoe?
Roscoe. Yes, I
and accept this TP.
Oh, okay, well, then I'll wait till Bentley gets back. I'm just gonna make him a French toast. Yeah. And there's leftovers if you want to just throw a chunk of lasagna and a little bit. So she's coming. Hurry up. Out the door. All right, love you. Bye.
N capital E S P L O S I E E.
Yes, sir. Let's verify all our work is complete, and I would like one last
Yeah, that TP command doesn't work for me. I'm sorry. That's most likely them trying to kill me. Do I have a bounty on me or something? Sorry, dude, it's not working for me. I'll try one more time. But that's about it.
Just want to verify we have no open constraints at this time. No open constraints. We have a clear board, sir. Okay, checking the thing here. And
I'm trying one last time. That's about it.
Pick up the launch readiness poll with your go.
All right, sir. I am go for the poll.
All right. And for all personnel, this is the
I'm trying to.
Launch readiness check. Verify ready to resume count and go for launch. OTC.
QC is go.
STC.
STC is go.
GTC. Chief go. MTO. Sierra's go. Safety console.
Safety console go.
LPE. LPE's go. RTD. RTD's go.
A
Houston flight.
D
Copy that. Thank you, Reed. And launch director NTD. Our launch team is ready to proceed at this time.
P
All right.
A C E
This is the launch director performing the final poll for launch.
E
Verify no
P
constraints and
T
go for launch.
B.
ETS, program chief engineer.
You're gonna have to wait a second, dude.
Copy, thank you. ETS.
I'm trying. R A D E N E.
Thanks, John. And integrity launch director.
Charlie DLT. Thank you, Charlie. This is a picture. We are rolling.
Not working.
This is Jeremy. We are going for all humanity.
Not working. Are you on my stream or something? Let me check.
I copy that.
No.
We need Victor, Christina, and Jeremy. On this historic mission, you take with you the heart of this Artemis team, the daring spirit of the American people and our partners across the globe, and the hopes and dreams of a new generation. Good luck. Godspeed, Artemis 2. Let's go. And into the launch director.
Nana, we're launching it. Yep.
You have a go to proceed.
They just got done with the prayer. They just got done with the prayer thingy. They just said go, so what's going on?
CBSCNC, start and verify recordings of our Orion cameras.
Okay, well, there you heard it.
RSR entity.
Start terminal count.
Enable.
It's hardly a T-minus 10 minutes.
Riley or Bentley just doesn't take care of his shit.
And once we wrap up this last bit of work, workstation enabled complete. We're going to start that clock now.
T-minus 10 minutes.
No.
Just. What's going on? Oh, here we go. Here. What's going on?
You heard an issue, worked in real time with telemetry lock on the Orion. It was transitory. It's very short. They checked the data.
A puzzle piece.
Confirmed that they had a good lock. This was with the S-band transmitter on the Orion. Worked through that issue.
We got 10 minutes.
Looked at the data and cleared it. All with the world watching. So we have a 2-hour window, which starts in just a few minutes, 6:24 p.m. Eastern Time, and goes until 8:24 p.m. Eastern Time.
And ECL entity will be waiting for the verification on the short purge. ECL copies.
Okay.
And for all personnel, once we get that short purge verification, we'll verify that we are clear to go, and then we'll proceed with the terminal count.
Yeah. Alright. Well, I'm gonna end the stream here. Yeah, I'm ending the stream here. So, bye.